Whoa, Punggol and Sengkang, we've really never thought of that area. It's really very, very far because it wasn't very big. Space was the first challenge for us, to sell a small place like that. Speaking, the first look when I stepped into the house, I'm ready to step out. It's really not quite. When he walked into this property, he said, this one you can buy.
We are here at Punggol. We will be visiting one of my clients later on. She is very kind. She agreed to do a testimonial video for myself. Follow me. So this particular purchase was done by me, and earlier on when we were doing the sourcing of the units, the buyer was going through the Property Guru and the different property platforms. Why did I actually feel that this particular listing was good? Was because in the description it was written over there that it faces the beautiful park connector as well as the river. Yet in the advertisement link, the photos that were shown were all taken at night. You can't really see the beautiful river's view. So I told this buyer we should have a look at this place. And true enough, when we viewed the place, the house was not exactly in a very good shape, but the view, the main bones of it, the structure was very, very nice. Then after that, we arranged a second viewing. Both of these viewings, the agents were not around. So it also gave us the chance to speak to the owner. We were able to understand some background of the sellers and why the sellers needed to sell. And very quickly, we made an offer and subsequently we got a place. So just a note to home purchasers and home owners, if you are looking to transact your property, whether for sale or for purchase, it's important to look out for the details that some people might actually have missed. And those of you who are wondering whether agents are important in home transactions, well, I can only say that we have the know-how to represent our clients well. And when there's no agent that acts as a buffer for the homeowner or the home buyers, there is a high likelihood where when you do not have the buffer, you say the wrong things, you reveal the wrong kind of information. Okay, let's go.
The house, because it wasn't very big, space was the first challenge for us, to sell a small place like that. Lawrence and me advised us to actually try to move around our furniture and then take away some furniture to make the place look bigger, before the open home. So we followed their instruction, tidy up the place, and then they took some really good pictures of the house, I have to say. When it was actually put up on the website, it actually looks really good, It was very fast during the second open home. We managed to sell the property, and so they actually just marketed in the market. Maybe I cannot remember, but it wasn't long at all. And then during the second open home, we have one offer during the first open home, and then another offer during the second open home. And then we sold the property. And I remember the open home was week back by back, so it's like 1 week after the next. So it's pretty fast.
I think we are pretty satisfied with the current purchase, not just because of the price, but I think also because of the potential of this property, being very close to the Connectors Park, very, very close, about less than 5 minutes walk to the waterway point. Plus, I think that the positioning of the house and the space, I guess we are very satisfied with the purchase of this house. And I think if we were to make a decision again, we will still make the same decision. Looking at other houses in the market right now, I'm pretty sure this is one of the best for us. I think it fits our family needs, so not just current, but I guess in the future as well.
So we look at, in a space of 1 day, they arranged about 20 over houses, properties for us to look at, both in Sengkang and Punggol area, and we had a good look at them. And it blew our mind away that some properties were actually quite nice and quite nicely located, but of course, price is another factor that we look at when we are purchasing. To be honest speaking, the first look when I stepped into the house, I'm ready to step out. It's really not quite what I wanted. And I know that if I were to stay here, a whole big renovation has to be done. And I'm not sure if I'm ready for that big renovation. And there was actually, end of the day, there was 2 properties that we're thinking of. Clifford thought this property was quite nice because he remembers seeing the park connector that was just, right at our door. And then Lawrence came in. He viewed both this property and the one across the other side of Punggol. And straight away, when he walked into this property, he said, this one you can buy. He explained to us, first, number one is we have unblocked view. And secondly, we have just a park connector down at our door. And then he pointed out waterway point is just 2 minutes down your door too. And now of course, One Punggol and Safra is also just a few minutes walk away. And he said that renovation wise, we can do, how much we can afford, we can do. But then to buy a location whereby we can have a unblocked view, near park connector and near the waterway point and near MRT even, it's very difficult. And I remember it was a Friday. Is it a Friday evening? And they were preparing for our open home the next day. Am I right? And we were discussing this at Waterway Point at outside Bread Talk. And we took almost like an hour, and then we decided, okay. And he said, if we want, we have to really put an offer in soon, because he's very sure once this property is out on the market, tomorrow somebody will have grabbed it. Then I realized and I began to see potential in this property, not just for living, but for investment as well. And Clifford and myself decided, yes, okay, let's go ahead and put an offer. And at that time, you won't believe what time was it? It was very late, almost to 10 plus 11 o'clock at night already, right? Yeah, it was that late of the night. But they were both still really working very hard for us. And we came to a agreement how much, the pricing of the property, and there it goes. And then we got the property. We managed, we put in the offer very quickly. And the other agent on the other side was very upfront with what they want. We tried to come as close as to what they wanted us to give, because we do see the potential in the property. And so Lawrence and May was able to negotiate with them. Eventually, comes to really an amount that they are happy with and we are happy with to give as well. So that was like in the space of an hour, because it was getting late into the night, but they are still working really hard for us.
I think that the distinguish between Lawrence and May as compared to other agents is their personalized service. I think it's the dedication, and I think and also their ability to negotiate, whether they're buyer or the sellers. And I think more importantly, they are not the agent that would give us a very neutral advisory. But if they realize that something is not nice, not good, they will just tell us right up to the front. So I think these are the value-added service that we don't really see many agents will do for their client.
Yes, we find them really genuine, very down to earth as well. And because we sort of also share with them what are the needs that we want, what are the expectations, so they work around our needs and our expectation. And they're very sincere in a way that if really they don't think it's right for us, they will be very honest with us and don't just give us a neutral answer. And we appreciate that as well. With that, we're really happy, and we never look back in having them as our agent to help us with our buying and our purchasing. Our ex-property was in Holland, very, very centrally located, and it's actually very close to my daughter's school. And so to make the decision to, when Lawrence and May first, throw us the idea about getting the next property in Punggol and Sengkang, really it was just like a bit like, whoa, Punggol and Sengkang, we've really never thought of the area. It's really very, very far out. It's never even in our list to pick the location. But they explained to us that Punggol especially is a growing estate with the digital hub that is coming up, and also the waterway point and the One Punggol. People are actually starting to move towards this area, and he foresee that the property price will be able to stabilize in Punggol with young family as well. And also, if we manage to find an area that is near MRT, our transport problems can be solved as well. So with that, we thought, okay, let's be open. We look around, and that's where we buy his ideas and just thought we give it a go. And here we are in Punggol. And I have to say, asking my daughter, do they like Punggol? They love it, because they find that every day they come back home, it's just like coming back into a resort, because you just walk down from Waterway Point to the park connector and you feel like you are like it's quite nice. It's not like just buildings around you. So they themselves, even though they have to travel the extra distance to school, they say that they still like Punggol here. So we are happy with that, yeah. Yes, definitely. Clifford, you will say that too? Yes, yeah. We are fortunate to find agents like May and Lawrence who are genuine, very personal, and they're willing to listen. First of all, they will ask us what are our needs, and what are our expectations. They will listen to us first before they even think about how to help us. And they're very honest, and their honesty we appreciate because like Clifford said, they are not just giving us neutral advice. When it's really good for us, they will let us know, and when they don't see that it's to our advantage, they will also be very honest about it. So we will definitely recommend both May and Lawrence to be their agent if they're ever thinking about selling or renting their property. They will be a very good agent to look for. We are very grateful that we have you as our agent to service us, even in the selling of our property to the purchasing of this property. Thank you for helping our family, and we appreciate every advice that you give us. And I think you both are very professional. You know your work. That's the main thing. You know your work well, and that's why we feel very relieved and secure that we actually have you as an agent to service us. Thank you so much.
If you like what you have just seen and want more of it, subscribe, smash that like button, turn on the notification and share this video so that we can do more. Thank you and see you again.